Welcome to Conversations Live. For more than a decade, we've brought you the best in books, entertainment, celebrity interviews, and current events. When the movers and shakers of the world have something to say to you, they say it to us first. Now celebrating 17 years of broadcasting success, here's your host, Cyrus Webb.
And welcome back, everyone, to Conversations Live. I'm your host, Cyrus Webb. Glad you all could join us once again, both for our radio audience here in Mississippi at WYAD 94.1 FM and WYADonline.com. We're glad that you all could be with us. Also, those joining us through iHeartRadio and Amazon Music Podcast, we're glad you all could be with us as well. Well, among other things, May is recognized as Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month. And because of that, the American Heart Association is focusing on honoring Asian American and Pacific Islander Changemakers who are working to improve the health and well-being of their communities. One of those is Sarah Wan, the Executive Director of the Community Youth Center, or CYC. We're going to talk to Sarah today, not only about what it's been like for her to have this recognition, but also about how her organization is helping to make sure that people are able to combat inequities they may face, as well as be able to provide assistance for themselves when it comes to their health. Sarah, thank you so much for the time. Really appreciate it.
Thank you for having me here.
Hey, glad to do it. So, Sarah, I want to begin with the honor. I mean, what has it meant for you to be recognized by the American Heart Association as a changemaker?
This is really exciting and really humble, and I think for being a change maker simply really means how we see a problem and working with other community members to address that issue. And a lot of times it happens when we collaborate with others in our community to understand the issues and gather the resources that we need to address the needs. So in our case, we're working to improve the health and well-being of the Asian American and Pacific Islanders, especially by addressing social cohesion, as we know there's a lot of uptick of anti-Asian hate and violence, and how the community can come together to provide a needed service both to our Asian and Pacific Islander constituents and also the victim of crime.
Sarah, I think that is so important, especially from what we've been hearing in the news lately. Now, I mentioned that you're the Executive Director of the Community Youth Center. For those who are just now hearing about CYC, how did it get started, Sarah, and what exactly does it do?
CYC Community Youth Center of San Francisco actually is celebrating our 51st anniversary this year. Wow. We're founded in 1970, and at that time there was a lot of issues and a lot of tension in the San Francisco Chinatown. So a few community leaders that they come together and founded CYC, and we have started with a lot of violence prevention and intervention program, especially to both American-born and also immigrant youth in San Francisco Chinatown. But since the past 50 years, we have really expanded our service to including academic and college counseling, health and wellness, job placement, employment training, and as well as leadership development and also technology training, so that we can really help our young people to have a successful transition to the adulthood. And this year, we're really happy that we become one of the recipients of the American Heart Association Social Impact Fund recipient as well.
Yeah, and that attention definitely, I think, is going to do well in not only helping to educate people, Sarah, about the work of CYC, but also the services you're able to offer. So talk to us about the connection. How can community-led solutions, like what you all are able to do at CYC, how can they help to improve health outcomes, Sarah?
Yeah, so I think everybody knows since really COVID-19, that has been a major uptick of anti-Asian hate and violence. And in our community, just in San Francisco, 1/3 of these incidents in the Bay Area happened in San Francisco with over 700 cases just since last year. And the community members, we all have come together to form a coalition to provide not only service coordination plan, but also how we can come together providing services to the victim of crime, including help them to reach out to quality medical care, as well as make sure that we bridge them to mental health services, especially after very traumatic events. We also work with other community organizations to develop strategies how to build solidarity across different communities so that we could promote healing and also cultural understanding. So it has been a very important piece how we can address the needs of our Asian and Pacific Islander community during this pandemic. And as a social impact fund recipient, we were able to use the funding to also not only providing mental health services, but also legal support or legal advice to our victim of crime so that they know how to navigate the different system and different process. So this has been a very important impact to our community.
Such great work and definitely deserving as well. Again, everyone, Sarah Wan is our guest. She's the Executive Director of the Community Youth Center, CYC, one of the Changemakers being recognized by the American Heart Association during Asian American and Pacific Islander Heritage Month. Sarah, so glad to have you on with us. How can our audience stay connected and find out more information about the work you're doing?
Yes, definitely. For more information about the program we talk about and also American Heart Association's Social Impact Fund, people can go to the website at heart.org/fund.
All right. Sarah, again, congratulations to you and the great individuals working with Community Youth Center, and looking forward to having you back on the program again.
Thank you so much. Have a good one.
Hey, you as well. And we thank your audience for tuning in to another great segment of Conversations Live. Until next time, I'm your host, Cyrus Webb, saying, as always, enjoy your day, enjoy your life, enjoy your world. Thank you all for choosing Conversations Live. Now let's go make today amazing. Take care.